Hey everyone, welcome to my channel. And today I will be reading A Katsuki Extruder by Cousin Alb on Tumblr. So let's get into it. You could never sit still. It was just part of you. Sometimes you'd find it very difficult. And also, it was kind of because of your ADHD that you found it very difficult to sit still and keep on one topic at a time. You are wild, and sometimes that annoyed Katsuki. Only some little times when he was too tired to keep up with you. But in reality, he never really minded it. He loved you, every part of you, even things that others may consider as imperfections. However, the Baku Squad really loved how you were. They enjoyed it. They just loved how much of a crackhead you were, and how energetic you seemed to be. You were full of energy, ideas, and you were just wild enough to fit right into the group. It was like you belonged, really. You would always join in on their stupid jokes and pranks. And eventually, after a while of dating Katsuki, you were a part of the group. Even if Katsuki was only a little bit upset about it, because he thought that they were a bad influence on you. In reality, though, they weren't. You were probably more of a bad influence, because you were usually the one suggesting the ideas. Katsuki was often your victim. It was the only time anyone could feel bad for him, having to suffer through your jokes and everything. And Katsuki would often pretend to be annoyed at the jokes you guys make, but in reality, he doesn't really mind, because there was always a positive about it. And the positive in question was getting to see your gorgeous smile. It really made his day. Even if those crackheads, including you, managed to make it more exhausting than usual. He sometimes gets jealous of them, because they always seem to make you laugh more than he does. But they were always down to do crazy things, or stupid stuff, or sometimes just down to hang. And even though Katsuki was always down to hang with you, he had a reputation, and he was not always down to do crazy or stupid stuff. At least, not when it did not involve some fighting of some sort. And since you had the back squat for just had, it always balanced out. Cue you guys singing No Tears Left to Cry by Ariana Grande at the top of your lungs at 3 a.m. while standing on the kitchen counter. It was too loud. Too loud. Poor Katsuki was an early riser, and the rest of the class needed to sleep. So you would think that Katsuki would come yell at you. Arida, right? And he did indeed come down to yell at you for being so loud at 3 in the morning. But eventually, with you being there, and even though it took a lot of convincing on your part, you somehow managed to get Katsuki to join you guys after he came down. It was weird, a very weird experience, because no one really thought he would be down to do it. But since you were there, he really could not resist. You guys go on outings together and have the best time ever. You and Dinky are always doing TikTok dances out of nowhere, and Mina usually joins you. After all, she trained you all to dance during the festival, so you always knew that she'd be a good addition to anything you make. While Sarah and Carrie hype you guys up with an annoyed Katsuki sitting behind them. You guys do the most embarrassing things too. Like they dare you to go out in public, wearing a blue unicorn onesie. And you did it. and you rocked it. With you and Dinky being there, it meant memes and memes and more memes. It was unbearable to someone like Katsuki, who really looked like a boomer in the group. You also make Vine and meme references daily. And like I said, Katsuki is a bit of an old man, and he does not get memes or vines. So that's where his frustration came from. He always ends up super confused when you guys randomly reference memes. You have a lot of inside jokes with them as well. You guys will be in class doing your work one moment, and then be giggling the next, over seemingly nothing. And as you would expect, this gets on Katsuki's nerves, because he could not find himself concentrating. You were in class for God's sake. At least focus on that. But he can't deny that he does end up laughing at your jokes sometimes. You're funny, he would give you that, even if it was during the wrong times, where he needed to work and focus. But he would usually laugh at the ones that were usually at Dinky's expense, where you roasted him, and will sometimes join in with you to bully him. Yes, he stopped being a formal bully, but it still ran in his blood. He was going to bully Dinky, and quoting Katsuki's words when he told him about it, and how he seemed to mean it when you teased him. Dinky arguably deserved it for his stupidity. You didn't agree on that, but he laughed anyway. There were roasted competitions between the two of you, and it would go on for days. And he'll probably never leave you alone with them, in case you guys decide to do something stupid, and you get hurt. Like that one time. Dinky had tried to lick a pole in the street when it was snowing and freezing, so he really had to be cautious. He will never admit that though. But when you do hang out with him, he will always come up and tell him about your day with them, while you cuddle in bed at night. And he half listens and half stares at your face, admiring the smile that gleamed on your features as you remembered all the fun things that happened that day. All in all, he's happy as long as you're happy. And if being a crackhead with his friends makes you happy, then so be it.
Thank you guys for listening. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and comment. I hope you enjoyed listening to this as much as I did making it. Anyway, goodbye.